Maggie, I don't know if you are planning to do this, but if you could give us a brief description of your instruments, that would be really interesting and fascinating.
Well, when Mark Merrill invited me to this, I didn't really know exactly what was going on, so I thought it was kind of an open jam night, bringing musical instruments. And I have a couple of Native American flutes here, carved by a friend of both of ours, as it turns out. Didn't even know he knows Tony. Tony Francis, he lives in Fairfield, and he carves Native American flutes. This one here is actually carved out of the 100-year-old oak wine cask. No lie, no joke, not an exaggeration. When this gets warmed up and you play it, you can still smell the wine in the wood. So he picked that up at an antique shop and decided to make a flute out of it. And these are in the pentatonic scale rather than the normal diatonic, which is what most people are used to. But I'm going to play a couple songs. One on this, one on my other one, and then I've got what's called a tongue drum, which I'll show you that. And then I've also got a Tibetan singing bowl, which is what Buddhists use for meditation. And if you notice, I never remove this finger, because in Native American tradition, this finger stays married to the flute. And I'm going to play a little song so you can get an understanding of this one that I'm about to play. I'm old school Catholic, and I found this. I used to sing this song in one of my other churches when I lived in Bucksport. And it's a chant that Franciscans chant before they go to bed. This version is by a French chant group called Taize, T-A-I-Z-E. So I'll let this play for a few seconds, and then I'll play it on my flute. Latin, and what it means is, Nunc dimittis servum tuum, Lord, let your servant go in peace, secundum verbum tuum, according to your will, or according to your word in peace. So I figured out how to play that on a Native American flute. So now that you have that lovely chant in your heads, it's just a nice meditative chant that you can kind of run through in your heads or play before you go to bed. Pardon me while I rearrange the furnishing. Lovely little marble top table. Please don't be offended if it goes with me. So this is what's called a tongue drum. See how it's got all the little cutouts that almost look like little tongues? And these were often, well, first made out of used propane tanks. They cut off the bottoms. So the way I normally ask people is, have you ever played wind chimes? So yes, if you've ever wanted to know how to play wind chimes, that's how you do it. This is a small one, but this is what's called a, let's put that back up. This is a small one, but this is what's called a Tibetan singing bowl. I see one person knows what they are. This is a small one. I do have some bigger ones, but this one actually has a surprisingly deep voice for being one so small. So hopefully I shouldn't hurt anyone's eardrums too badly. But Tibetan monks use this for meditation. decide, and if anyone decides they want to actually try playing one of these, what you do is you just lightly tap, and then you start to run the striker. You have to actually hold it with as little surface contact with your hand as possible so it doesn't mute it. And then this does not break contact at all. You just run the striker, just use your wrist around the outside edge. And what you'll find, sometimes you'll get a chatter noise. I think some of you heard a little chatter there. What that is when the vibration catches up with the striker. So what you do to avoid that, and you can feel it, the wave, the vibration going through the bowl, is you just adjust your speed to either slow down or speed it up to avoid that chattering. See that chatter? You just adjust faster or slower, and it prevents it from doing that. Anyway, so I should probably let the next person up and through this.
Thank you so much.